This is the Q ticket. Welcome inside. It has been my sanctuary and my mobile HQ on the road. Custom countertops, everything you need to prepare a meal no matter how far out you are. Running water on tap, simple and reliable. Plenty of water storage and a dedicated fridge freezer to keep the rations cold for weeks. And here's the brain of the whole operation. Simple and clean system with high capacity lithium battery. 400-watt solar panel on the roof. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
But wait! There's more!
In the last month, I've realized this isn't just a rig. This is an interdimensional, interstellar, time travel exploration unit. I have used this hull to transcend time and space. I've moved through frequencies most people can't even fathom. And through every jump, through every dimension, the Q ticket has done its job. It's protected its captain. I've stood on the edge of worlds in this vessel. It's a craft of the ethereal, and it's powered by the soul of its captain. But every mission has a transition. Quill and I are moving up, which means this vessel needs a new leader. The Q ticket is ready for its next captain. I've been sitting on this camper for about 2 years, haven't done anything with it. So when I started on it, it was a plain plywood box pretty much inside and had no amenities whatsoever. But now I have packed it full of gear, everything that you need to live an awesome off-grid adventure on the road, anywhere you want, off-road, on-road, backwoods, front woods, everything. But won't you step inside with me? I have built this camper into a cozy little camper with all the amenities that you might need if you're going off-grid. As we walk in on the left here, I have left this space pretty much totally open. A full bench that 2 people could sit on. You could do whatever you want with this kind of space over here. I use it for storage, you know. So I get some of these pillows off my bed when I go to bed and put them over here. Down below the bed is a place for Quill to hide out. That's Quill's little cave, his little den. He feels nice and safe and protected in there. I just recently added this vinyl plank flooring. I really love the rug. The rug is nice, but underneath I have brand new vinyl plank flooring that came out really nice. Back here for the bed, we're looking at a single-size, cot-sized futon mattress. That's what I've been sleeping on for the past month. Another thing I wanted to mention about this bed here is that it is a single size right now, and I have a single-size futon on in there, but this is actually big enough for a full-size mattress. You know, if you bought a full-size mattress, you'd have to notch this out. Your feet would have a little bit less space over there, but all you got to do is pull this out. It drops down in there, and now you have a full-size bed platform with a single size for your feet over there. If you were wanting a bigger bed than a single size, I would just get the full size on Amazon out of memory foam or something like that. Notch out that little corner so that you can have a bigger bed if that's what you want. Personally, the single size is plenty for me, so I will be using it in this configuration only, where I slide that board all the way in, and then I have a single size. And above that, you can see the cab over area with my bins of bathroom stuff, laundry, and then kitchen stuff over there. And I have a little extra room. I've been keeping my power station up there. There is a 14-inch roof vent on the roof. And then let's move over to the side with all of the gear. This is where all the business takes place. This is my solar system area, my kitchen, freezer, and diesel heater. Another thing that I just love in this camper is the curtains that I had made for total privacy. All I have to do is pull this little string here and boom, total privacy, covers the entire window. It looks a little see-through, but from the outside, you can't see a thing through that glass. Then on both sides, there's windows that slide open, and I have curtains for those as well. Just had those made out of a little piece of fabric that I had left over. And then on the other side, I have a matching curtain as well. Goes over the kitchen sink, and a little curtain rod that you can pull them and slide them right out of the way. There we go. And then we can slide these windows open all the way and have some really nice airflow in this little camper. I have built the tiniest little kitchen in this rig, but it has running water, a sink that drains outside. I made it so that you can cover this up since there's such limited counter space. I can just pull this out and expose the sink. Oh, I got my coffee cup in there. Water is supplied from this rechargeable USB faucet that goes on a big bottle, but all you gotta do is hit the button and all the water drains outside. Very simple, very effective. Over here, there's plenty of space. You could run an air fryer over here. I've been using an electric kettle to make coffee and all of that jazz. So it is a good amount of counter space for a tiny little camper. Down underneath the sink, we have our water storage. Water storage is comprised of 4 3-gallon jugs, and it feeds right from the top of the jug. And anytime you run out of water, you just have to switch this over to a new jug, and you have 12 gallons of water storage, plus whatever else you want to carry inside the camper. You could bring way more and just fill these up or whatever. Under the sink, right next to the water, is the SetPower 13-quart fridge freezer. This thing is awesome. It is set on 5 degrees right now, and I have it filled with ground beef and bacon. I packed this thing full before I left, and it held 20 pounds of beef and 3 pounds of bacon. That is a ton of food for this little tiny refrigerator. This is a true refrigerator. It has a compressor and everything. This is a true fridge freezer, and it's awesome. The footprint of this is so small. Over here in the corner is this awesome shipping crate that I got with an EG4 Power Pro battery. This huge crate is what the Power Pro shipped in, and I just held on to it because I was like, I think this is kind of cool. Maybe I can repurpose it for something, and I sure enough did. I turned this into the solar box. It houses all of the equipment. We got a solar charge controller, a 40 amp EP Ever charge controller. We have a Belt 1000 watt pure sine wave inverter, and these things have been working great. These pieces of equipment are incredible. Not to mention, I also have a 400 watt panel on the roof of this thing, so I got a good amount of power. When we look down inside the case here in the bottom, you can see the 140 amp hour Time USB lithium battery. This is a smart battery, and you can connect with Bluetooth and check on your state of charge anytime you want. Over here on the side, I just have a power strip charging devices and running internet things and all of that jazz coming straight off of the inverter. What I did with this is I just made a door on both sides. So we have a door over here so you can access this equipment, but then also I put a door on this side so that you can get all the way down and access it from both directions. Down below this lithium battery, I have this box here. Housed inside of this box is probably one of the coolest pieces of equipment in this whole rig. There is the vent that comes out for the diesel heater. Inside that box is a Lavender Pro diesel heater. It's a 2K unit, a true 2K unit that you can probably just about only get at Lavender Pro. Inside of there is an awesome diesel heater, and right over here is the display and thermostat and controller for the diesel heater. It works awesome. Let me just give you an idea of its dimensions. It is 7 feet long right here. From the back of the cab to the back of the camper is 7 feet long. It's about 5'2" inside, so there's no standing room. You have to crouch down, and it's got this little cute tiny cab over. Really not good for much except for storage. So I've been storing my laundry, bathroom stuff, kitchen stuff, all up there. And it's just a tiny little thing. I think this was built for like a Toyota Tacoma or a Dodge Dakota, something that's not a full-size truck, because you can see all this space that I have. There is 4 inches of space between the bed here and the cab over here. I had to lift this up and make a platform for it so that it would clear the cab of my truck, because the floor in this thing is so low that it would just hit. It wouldn't fit in this truck at all. So I built a little platform for it to go on that elevates it. And this is the platform around the back here. I used 2x8s. I had all of them on hand, so I didn't have to buy anything except for this sheet of plywood that I fastened to the top to make it nice and easy to slide. I didn't want to have to, wrestle around with this thing too much, but the platform's nice. I could have built it a little bit shorter, but I had all this wood on hand, so it didn't cost me a dime. I have been on the road full time, going to Schoolie-Palooza, going everywhere with my Reolink cameras. I have a Reolink doorbell camera here on the back. I've been doing live streams using all the Reolink gear that I have, a 16x optical zoom, point tilt zoom camera, a Duo 3 that has been mounted on the back of the truck here. Let's go up on the roof where we got a 400 watt solar panel and the 14-inch camp fan. This is a 400 watt bifacial solar panel from Santan Solar. I have 8 of these on on my school bus, and they are awesome. I'll be securing these solar cables a little bit better. I'm gonna be fastening them to the side. I didn't do a traditional gland because I am running wires in and out of here all the time. So I just made this gland so that I could open it up, run wires through with no problem, and I'll just be securing these down. We got a nice rain loop so the water will drip down from there. All right, so in the pickup truck bed down here under the camper, there's a big, huge space on the side for storing camp chairs, ladders, whatever kind of things you want to bring along with you. There's a big space over there for storing some camping gear and stuff. On this side is all of the equipment for the diesel heater. I have put in a 5-gallon tank, so that diesel heater will run for weeks. If you left it on full time, it would run for weeks off of this. I left over a month ago and the level is only down to right there. It was full, so I've barely used a third of this tank. 5-gallon storage of diesel for your diesel heater, so you don't have to worry about filling it up every couple days. Way, way better. Over here on the side wall of the camper is all of the diesel heater equipment. We have the fuel filter, fuel pump, the diesel tank right here. I also installed this little bung. This is a fuel pickup that goes all the way down to the bottom of the tank. Goes in there permanently. So I drilled this out and installed this fuel pickup to make it so much easier to use all the fuel in this tank. Also right here is where the sink drain goes. All I did was run a pipe out of the bottom of the sink and it drains right here into this little hole. Maybe not the best setup, but it works for me. All I needed was some place for the water to go out. But yeah, I've been in this thing for a month straight. It is a really good camper. I've been in it in the snow and in the rain. It is nice and dry inside, so it is really good. Turnkey, ready to go. Get on the road tomorrow with this camper. It is ready. I am just about to sell this camper. I loved it. It is great, but the fact that I couldn't stand up, man, it just started taking its toll on me. My right arm started going numb. I started having some little neck problems, some back problems. And yeah, I just had to upgrade. This is a little bit too small for my size, you know? If you're somebody that is 5'2" or less, this might be perfect for you. If you are a short king or queen, this might be a perfect camper for you. It is for sale right now. I have it listed on Facebook Marketplace for $2,750. Price is negotiable, but all the gear comes with it, everything inside, just like this. So you might be wondering, what am I gonna do now that I'm getting rid of my little portable camper? Well, I have a surprise for you. Boom, we got a second camper. This is a Saguaro camper. This is from Tolleson, Arizona, manufactured in Arizona and in the Phoenix area. And I picked this up for the low, low price of $800. That's right, pretty much free. Once I do sell the other camper, this thing will pretty much be free. And it's such a huge improvement over the old one because I can stand up in it. There'll be lots of videos coming out about this cool Saguaro camper. It's perfect for me. I love it inside and out. It is amazing, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the other camper, which is on Marketplace right now. But I just wanted to take you inside and show you my buddy, Quill, my co-pilot. Hi, baby boy. Hi, Bubba. He loves it in here. He's up here in the cab over section. Right, buddy? Do you love it? Do you love it? You love it. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. He's such a good boy. Oh, yeah, that's the spot. I'm just getting started on this thing. I've been cleaning it out, getting some of the systems working, such as the sink, which, look at this. How about that, huh? The sink's working. We got the lights in here working. The 12-volt stuff, the AC stuff is working. And yeah, man, this is like a legit kitchen. You know, this kind of reminds me of like the bread truck size. The size of the kitchen is actually a little bit bigger than the bread truck with the built-in stove. We got a 3-burner propane stove. We got a Dometic 2310 gas electric refrigerator, which is coming out. If you need one of these, hit me up. And also the air conditioner is coming out. So if you need a working Coleman air conditioner, rooftop, hit me up for one of those too. I'll sell them cheap. The Q ticket has fulfilled its mission with me. It has transcended time, crossed dimensions, and stood as a fortress for its crew. But a vessel of this caliber isn't meant to sit still. It's meant to be pushed into the next frontier by a mind that's ready to see what's really out there. Remember, the hull provides the protection, but the captain provides the power. I'm stepping into a larger craft, which means the seat of the Q ticket is officially open. It's time for a new captain to take the helm and to add their own soul to this machine. If you feel the call to lead this vessel, the full manifest and listing details are live. You can find the link in the description on Facebook Marketplace. All the specs are there, but the potential? That's up to you. The Q ticket is ready for its next jump. The only question left is, are you ready to command it?